We go live to Venezuela. Citizens rally to commemorate the legacy of Commander Hugo Chávez. Images from Caracas in the capital of the country of Venezuela as cultural activities are being held to commemorate the 11th anniversary of the physical departure of the eternal Commander Hugo Chávez Frías. On this Tuesday, March 5th, the people of Venezuela commemorate the 11th anniversary of the passing of the commander and leader of the Bolivarian Revolution, Hugo Chávez Frías, with cultural activities and different mobilizations. From very early hours of this Tuesday, the people, together with the youth of the United Socialist Party of Venezuela and political representatives of the country, gathered to pay homage to the former leader of the Bolivarian Revolution. The main event takes place at the mountain barracks where the mortal remains of Comandante Chávez rest. The event includes an exhibition that narrates the most significant events of the commander's life, as well as recreational and educational activities for children. It is foreseen that at around 4:30 in the afternoon local time, those present will participate in the gun salute in honor of the Venezuelan leaders. These are live images that we are getting from Caracas, from Venezuela. Let's listen a bit to the music that is being played to honor the legacy of Hugo Chávez. Well, the images that we're seeing, these are in the mausoleum dedicated to the commander of Rafael Chávez Frías. This is the hall that is known as the Hall of the Four Elements. That's representing the four elements of nature: fire, earth, wind, and water. This room was commissioned by the Venezuelan architect, Fruto Vivas, which was in charge of several rooms when they adapted this area, the mountain barracks, into the mausoleum to remember Hugo Chávez. Let's go back to the sound and listen to the music that is being played to honor the legacy of Commander Hugo Chávez.
Madera olorosa a jazmín café, madera preciosa, preciosa madera, madera esperanza, madera canción. Haremos una mano con esa madera para golpear bien fuerte a quien desde siempre golpea y golpea. Nos golpea.
We're seeing flower offerings to the coffin where the remains of the commander Hugo Chavez remain in this Hall of the Four Elements. The music that we were listening was to the tune of a young musician. I don't know if you noticed the young man that was wearing the red shirt playing the flute. That was Chavez's grandson that was joining here the cultural activities for this special homage. These are images that we're getting live from Caracas as the citizens, not only in Venezuela but also around the world. They remember the legacy of Commander Hugo Chavez and its importance and its impact it had not only for Venezuela but for the whole region. Today we are commemorating 11 years of the physical departure of the commander from life.
5 de marzo, 11 años de la partida física del impulsor de la revolución bolivariana, Hugo Chávez, y por ello se abren las puertas del cuartel de la montaña, ubicado en la parroquia 23
These
de enero de
activities, the main
Caracas,
activities are taking place in the 4F Mountain Barracks, also known as the Military Historical Museum, which is a multi-purpose building that is located in the Monte Piedad, in the January 23rd parish of the Libertador municipality, in the capital of the country, in Caracas, which is a structure that dates back to the year 1906. That was built between the governments of Cipriano Castro and Juan Vicente Gomez, and it has served as the headquarters of the Military Historical Museum since 1981. It is also the place from where Hugo Chavez, back in 1992, led the then failed coup d'etat to try to end the government that was in that moment by President Carlos Andrés Pérez, the neoliberal government that was harming the people of Venezuela. Well, that was the beginning of the Bolivarian Revolution. And from there, later, in 2002, that's from where President, in that moment, President Chavez, made his program A lo Presidente to commemorate the 10 years of that failed coup d'etat that signaled the beginning of the Bolivarian Revolution. In 2013, after his physical departure, President Nicolas Maduro decided to adapt this area, this space, to function as the mausoleum, where objects related to the life of the deceased president will be exhibited, preserving its condition as a military museum. In addition, the work commissioned to a Venezuelan architect. His name was Fruto Vivas, and in several rooms he took part of his art to remember this important figure, historical figure for Venezuela and for the rest of the world, especially for Latin America and his struggle to achieve Latin American integration for the development of the people of the region and looking for peace and independence and protect the sovereignty of the peoples of the region. So since March 15, 2013, this room that we're seeing live on our screens, called the Flower of the Four Elements, that's where the sarcophagus is in the middle, where you see the people paying their homage, their respect to Commander Hugo Chavez, the sarcophagus of the four elements of nature: fire, wind, earth, and water. This is all part of the different activities that are being held on this day to honor the legacy of Commander Hugo Chavez. Earlier during the day, on Twitter, different personalities, different figures took to Twitter to signal and express their love and gratitude to the work of Commander Hugo Chavez. Such was the case of President Nicolas Maduro, who earlier in the day tweeted, "We have a revolution destined to advance with the truth and social justice that our Commander Hugo Rafael Chávez Frías taught us. We Venezuelans will continue defending his image and his legacy. Long live the homeland of Bolívar and Chávez." This was tweeted by the now President of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, marking this special day of remembrance. Also on X, President of Cuba, Miguel Díaz-Canel, sent a message of love and solidarity with the Venezuelan people. On X, the Cuban president said, "Our generation will always celebrate the opportunity we had to live the time of two giants of the revolution and Latin American integration, Fidel Castro and Hugo Chavez, 11 years after the physical departure of Cuba's best friend. Our emotional embrace to Venezuela." This is what President of Cuba, Miguel Díaz-Canel, said on X today on this occasion of the 11th anniversary of the physical departure of Commander Hugo Chávez Frías. We must remember the importance of this man that had for the region and for the world. It is in unison between Chávez and Fidel Castro from Cuba that they start leading the charge to succeed in integrating, in unifying the region. We must remember the creation of ALBA, which was created by Venezuela at the helms together with Cuba, which was a mechanism that would foster integration and cooperation between the countries of the region to try to get away from the neoliberal policies of the United States empire and how it affected the people back then to try to bring all these people out. Let's continue listening to the music being held in the area. It is also Hugo Chávez Frías together with Cuba that led other projects. We can recall about Operación Milagro, Miracle Operations, translated from Spanish to English, which was a project to bring sight back to the people completely for free. At the beginning, thousands and thousands of people got free surgeries on their eyes so that they could recover the sight and see the world again the way they did before losing it. And like that, many projects, many programs that were intended to help the community, not only of Venezuelans, but also of the people of the region, to bring them together and out of poverty and improve the welfare, and the way of living. We're seeing in our live images here on our teleSUR screen how different sectors, in this case the military, which the one we're seeing now, are all paying tribute to Commander Hugo Chávez Frías. On this occasion of the 11th anniversary of the physical departure of Commander Hugo Chávez, all taking place at the mausoleum in the 4F Mountain Barrack, the place where his remains rest, in this sarcophagus, in this beautiful room that is called the Room of the Flowers of the Four Elements. The image we're seeing is Chávez's grandson, the musician that was playing the flute during these celebrations, being embraced as if apparently finished playing the songs, the pieces, the music pieces that were being the background of this emotional and felt homage that is being paid to the commander of the Bolivarian revolution that launched a new era, a new future of the Venezuelan people. And like these, different cultural events are being held in Venezuela and other parts of the world as well to homage the commander of the Bolivarian Revolution, Hugo Chávez Frías. And there's also plan and mobilization that will come from different corners of Caracas, and they will walk and gather here at the 4F Mountain Barrack, where the main event, the main activities are going to be held later in the afternoon at roughly around 4:30 in the afternoon, local time. There will be a salute, a gun salute in honor of the Venezuelan leader, and blanks will be fired to pay homage to the Bolivarian leader. We continue with the image of the room of the flower of the four elements, where the sarcophagus of Hugo Chávez is and where he remains rest since 2013. After his passing, this area was turned into the mausoleum. Was previously a museum, which still is the Museum of Historical Military, but it was also adapted as the mausoleum because this is the area where Chávez led the coup d'etat of the 1992 of the 4F. That did not succeed at the moment, but paved the way for the new change of government of the Bolivarian society. This is all part of the activities that are being held in honor of the 11th anniversary of the physical departure of Commander Hugo Chávez Frías. We're going to continue updating this piece of news over the day, so stay tuned with teleSUR English for more updates on this important day.